62. My Stone-Hearted BAE. Author's POV. Jackie ignored every boundary Lavanya had set. He didn't care. He just kissed her. It was a complete shock. She froze for a few seconds before finally trying to turn her head from left to right, desperately attempting to escape the sweet torment he was inflicting on her. As soon as their lips parted, Jackie's breath fanned against her skin as he whispered, "Let me kiss you, love. Please. You are only mine. You have no idea how long I've waited for this moment. Forever. No. Please, let me go," she mumbled, her voice weak. The warmth of his breath sent shivers down her spine, making her knees wobbly. He leaned in again, brushing his lips against hers in a slow, lingering motion, a kiss filled with possession and desire. She turned her head away again, struggling to escape his intoxicating hold. "Please, please, love," Jackie murmured against her skin. "No, no." This went on for several agonizing moments before Lavanya, gathering every ounce of strength she had left, shoved him away. "Please, Mr. Dawson, don't forget that this is a workplace and I am your employee. What you're doing is wrong." She tried to make him see reason, but Jackie just stood there, staring at her blankly, like a stubborn child refusing to listen. "You said you don't hate me," he spoke softly, almost pleading. "Then why can't you be with me?" His voice dropped as he looked around his office. "I don't care about any of this." His tone was distant. "None of this is real. My whole life. I've been living in a materialistic world, just trying to keep myself busy, but then..." His eyes met hers again. "Then I saw you. Met you. Knew you. And everything changed. I changed." His voice dropped to a whisper. "Can't you see that?" He exhaled sharply and continued, pouring out his heart while Lavanya's mind raced, searching for an escape. "I need peace. I need to be alone right now. But how do I get out of here?" Her eyes darted around the room as he kept speaking. "The moments, the days, the nights, they weren't just time spent with you. They were entire lifetimes I lived with you." Jackie was lost in his memories, completely unaware of what was going through Lavanya's mind. Seizing the opportunity, she took a small step forward, straightening herself from the wall. He wasn't paying attention to her movements. Now's my chance. In a flash, she turned and sprinted toward the door, brushing past him. But Jackie's reflexes were quicker than she had anticipated. He snatched her by the waist, pulling her back before she could take another step. She gasped as she found herself trapped again, his hold unrelenting. The door, her escape, was still too far. "Let me go, Mr. Dawson! Let me go!" she shouted, her voice laced with defiance. Jackie tightened his grip, his body pressed against her back. "How dare you try to run away when I'm telling you how I feel?" His voice was laced with disbelief. His lips hovered near her ear, his breath warm against her skin as he gritted his teeth. "How heartless can you be, Miss Lavanya Verma?" A shiver of fear ran down her spine. Lavanya began pleading. "Please, I need to go, sir. My friends must be waiting for me, To hell with them!" Jackie cut her off. She struggled harder, trying to pry his arms from around her waist, but it was useless. His grip was unyielding. Then, to her horror, she felt him dragging her back to the space behind his desk. "Mr. Dawson, what are you doing? Leave me! I said leave me, please! Or else I'll shout, I'll scream out loud," she threatened. "Oh, really?" He chuckled darkly. "Please go ahead. Help, please," she screamed. Jackie leaned in, his voice mocking. "Please, love. Use all your energy and scream as loud as you can, because no one is going to hear you. The walls and glass are soundproof." "Help!" she yelled again, even louder, but her voice was swallowed by the silence of the soundproof office. "Help, please! Someone help!" Her cries dissolved into broken sobs. With a sharp, forceful jerk, he made her sit in his chair behind the desk, then placed both hands on the armrests, caging her in once again. Lavanya looked up at him, her eyes wide with fear. She had no idea what he was going to do next, but the fire and vengeance in his eyes made her skin crawl. Sitting there, trapped under his intense gaze, she felt utterly powerless. You have been deliberately tormenting me since day one, Miss Lavanya Verma, and I never complained," he accused, his voice filled with frustration. "I tolerated everything you said or did. I changed my behavior, my office rules, everything just for you. I did everything to make you comfortable around me. And I thought you saw that you understood, but no, you never gave a damn about it. You ignored everything I did for you, just like that." His voice thundered in her ears. Tears spilled down her cheeks. Let me go, Mr. Dawson. I need to go home," she sobbed. "Stop this bullshit." His voice was harsh, unrelenting. "I see you now, Lavanya, and your crocodile tears. They won't work on me. You're fake, a woman who enjoys watching men grovel at her feet." His words cut through her like knives. "I loathe myself for falling in love with someone like you." He didn't mean a single word of it. Deep down, he knew she wasn't the woman he was making her out to be, but he had no other way. This was his only weapon, his only strategy to make her feel the weight of her decisions. Lavanya's heart shattered. Hearing those cruel words from the man she loved broke something inside her. She buried her face in her hands, her shoulders trembling as she cried uncontrollably. "It's not my fault. It's fate. Fate is forcing me to make these choices. I have no control over it. I am so unfortunate." She was so lost in sorrow that she couldn't even form words anymore. All she could do was weep. Jackie stood there watching her for a long moment. The sight of her like this, so utterly broken, made his chest tighten. His expression softened. Letting out a deep, tired sigh, he slowly knelt down in front of her. His hands still rested on the armrests, but his eyes fluttered shut, and his head dropped forward in defeat. "Why is this happening to me? Why does it always happen to me?" Jackie murmured, shaking his head slowly. "I mean, whenever I love someone, they leave me. Is it my fault for loving them? Or do I just always love the wrong person?" His voice wavered as he questioned the emptiness around him. Then, with a desperate look, he turned to Lavanya. "Tell me, love." His eyes held a fragile hope. "Is it my fault that I wanted to be with my mother? Is it my fault that I wanted a little time with my father? Is it my fault that I fell in love with you? Is it always my fault?" His emotions ran so deep that, for a brief moment, Lavanya forgot her own sorrows. She looked straight into his eyes and saw not the powerful CEO, but a lost, hopeful teenage boy. A boy who had spent his whole life craving love and care, yet always ended up with loss instead. She realized it was that Jackie, the wounded teenager inside him, who was asking these painful questions. The scars of losing everyone he loved had never truly faded, and now they were torn open once again, raw and unhealed. His words, his eyes, they made his pain more visible than ever. In India, a woman is many things: a daughter, a sister, a friend, a girlfriend, a wife, a mother. At that moment, Lavanya let her maternal instincts take over. She wanted to ease his pain, to offer him the comfort he had always been denied. Gently, she cupped his face in both hands. "No, it's not your fault," she said softly. "Not at all. You were always a good son. You still are. You're a good friend and an amazing boss. You've achieved so much through hard work. You dedicate yourself to this company, the company your father built, even though it was the very thing that kept him away from you. You are a gem of a person, sir. Kind-hearted, forgiving. No one can match your personality. You bring joy to people, you make them laugh. Even your employees admire you for who you are. You are a good man, even if the business magazines never mention that. But the people who truly know you, they know how precious you are." Jackie listened to her intently, like a child seeking comfort in his mother's words. "You have a good heart, Mr. Dawson," she continued. "It was never your fault. The people who failed to see you, who never understood how special you are, they are the unluckiest people in this world. Believe me, your mother does love you, and so does your father. He may not have given you much time, but he wanted to create a better life for you, and right now, he's watching over you from heaven. So please don't think like this. He wouldn't want you to. It would hurt him. She gently wiped away his tears with her fingers. People do love you, sir. And those who don't, they are the most unfortunate ones. Never doubt that. Everyone in this world deserves their share of happiness. Your mother just left to find hers. And one day, you will find yours too. Jackie stared at her, absorbing every word, his pain still lingering but slightly eased. Then, suddenly, he whispered, "When?" A moment of silence passed between them. Lavanya blinked and finally replied, "Soon. One day, everyone will see the real you. Your happiness is out there. You just need to recognize it." Jackie didn't hesitate. "You are my happiness," he interjected urgently. Lavanya froze. She didn't say a word, but she didn't look away from his eyes either. "The only happiness I want is you. Nothing else will ever truly make me happy," he said. Lavanya took a deep breath. "I am not your happiness, Mr. Dawson. Someone else has already made me his happiness, and I can't give the same happiness to two people at the same time. If I'm such a good person, then why can't I have this happiness?" He pointed at her. "Why him? Why someone else? Why do others always get my share of happiness?" His voice was filled with frustration and pain. After a moment, Lavanya spoke again, her eyes glistening with tears. "I think, because I'm unfortunate, no," he whispered. Slowly, he rested his head on her lap. "Please don't leave me, love. I can't live without you. I can't lose you. Please." His voice cracked as he sobbed. "Please, please don't do this to me. My heart can't take this much pain. It's too painful." Lavanya gently ran her fingers through his hair, feeling an unbearable weight settle in her heart. "You'll be fine," she whispered, though she wasn't sure if she even believed it herself. "Where's Lavanya?" Ruhi whispered, standing beside Virat as he invited his colleagues to his engagement. "I don't know," Virat replied in a hushed voice. "I last saw her in the corridor. After that, I came here. She's probably in her cabin." He spoke without taking his eyes off the guests. Ruhi frowned, worry tightening in her chest. What's going on with her? It was obvious that something strange had happened. Virat was far too excited. His eagerness to announce his engagement only made Ruhi more suspicious. "I need to find Lavanya ASAP." She was determined now. Still, she hesitated. What if they're still talking? She didn't want to interrupt Jackie and Lavanya if they were in the middle of something. "No, let me wait a little longer. She'll come when she's ready." But another thought gnawed at her. Why is Virat announcing his engagement date to the entire world? What if it gets cancelled? Oh my God. This man is going to make a mess. How do I stop him? Ruhi bit her lip, overwhelmed with worry. She had no clue what had transpired between Lavanya and Virat, but she knew something was off. Desperate for answers, she whispered again, "Did Lavanya say anything to you?" Virat smiled at her. "She'll tell you." Then he turned back to his colleagues, continuing his conversation as if nothing was wrong. Ruhi scowled and tapped her foot impatiently. This man. Uff. "You have to do something, Lavanya," Jackie murmured against her lap. "You can't just say something like that and leave. Only you can make me feel better. No one else can." "I know, sir. But I'm helpless. It's too late now. I've already promised someone that I'll marry him. I don't break promises, and I don't have the strength to break anyone else's heart. You unknowingly broke mine, and I unknowingly broke yours. It was fate, and this is our destiny." Taking a deep breath, Lavanya made a decision. "Mr. Dawson," she whispered, nudging him gently, "please, I need to go. Lunch hours will be over soon." Jackie lifted his head slightly, though his chin still rested on her lap. His eyes were bloodshot from crying. "I'm not letting you go until you answer my question," he demanded. "Whoa, what question?" Lavanya asked hesitantly, though deep down she already knew what he was going to ask. "Do you love me or not?" Jackie asked, his voice raw and direct. For a moment, silence filled the space between them. Then, Lavanya exhaled and answered firmly, I can't love you, Mr. Dawson. Never. She shook her head and looked down. Why aren't you telling me the truth? He demanded, his brows furrowed as he straightened up. She blinked before meeting his gaze. I am telling the truth. No, you're hiding your real feelings, he insisted. No, sir, I'm not hiding anything. Oh, great, now you're lying. I am not lying. Yes, you are. You're lying straight to my face. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No. Yes. No. Stop arguing, Miss Lavanya Verma. Your face tells the truth, he stated, his eyes locked onto hers. I don't want to discuss this anymore, sir. I'm leaving, she said, standing up. But before she could move, she realized Jackie was standing directly in front of her, blocking her path. The silence between them was deafening. They stared at each other, neither blinking, neither looking away. You love me. I know it. I can see it. Jackie spoke in his mind. Yes, I fell in love with you. But... Her heart responded. But what? What's stopping you? My love for you doesn't matter anymore. I'm committed to someone else. Why can't you just be mine? Even if you tell me now, it's too late. And I don't know if my family would accept us. Why not? You're not his fiancé yet. This is India, sir. People here won't understand our relationship. It can't happen. Please, don't do this to me. Please, don't look at me like that, Mr. Dawson. Their unspoken words formed a conversation deeper than anything they had ever said aloud. Their minds communicated in a language only they could understand. Then, suddenly, Lavanya turned her head slightly, shifting her gaze elsewhere. I need to go, Mr. Dawson. Please understand, she whispered. She stepped past him, but before she could take another step, Jackie grabbed her left arm, holding her back. Why do I always have to understand? For once, why don't you try to understand? He taunted, tilting his head at her. Mr. Dawson, please don't make this harder for me. Well, you're the one making it difficult, Miss Lavanya, he shot back. Walking away from this, why? You don't love him. You're not engaged yet. You can easily walk away from this nonsense relationship in seconds. But you're being stubborn about staying with a man you don't even love, with someone who doesn't make you happy. Who told you I'm not happy with Virat, sir? She challenged. He has given me all the happiness, even when I never deserved it. Her voice softened on the last words, her expression momentarily distant. Now, it's my turn to give him the love and happiness he has given me. I'm getting engaged to him in 3 days, and that is final, Mr. Jackie Dawson. She declared firmly, deliberately emphasizing his name as she glared at him. With that, Lavanya pushed Jackie aside and strode toward the door. Jackie stood frozen, his heartbeat racing. He had believed it would be easy to win her over, that his charm, their undeniable connection, and her existing love for him would be enough. But now, as he watched her walk away, the realization hit him like a crashing wave. It wasn't going the way he thought, and he was panicking. He stood motionless for several seconds, his mind spinning. No, 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 no. Jackie turned sharply, his eyes locking onto Lavanya as she walked toward the door. Lavanya, he called desperately, but she didn't stop. She didn't even turn around. Her eyes were brimming with tears. Lavanya, please, don't leave. Think again. She wiped her tears and kept walking. His breath quickened. His chest rose and fell erratically. Stop. Please stop. In a sudden fit of frustration, he slammed his palm against the desk. The impact sent the remote skidding across the surface, accidentally triggering the control for the curtains. Before he could utter another word, the curtains parted, unveiling the one secret that had been hidden from everyone. The sound of them retracting made Lavanya halt mid-step. Her heart pounded as she slowly turned her head to the left. And what she saw behind the glass stole the air from her lungs. Her mouth fell open in shock. Jackie went silent. Lavanya's brows furrowed as she hesitantly stepped toward the glass wall. Her eyes darted between the faint reflection and what lay beyond, her mind racing to process the truth staring back at her. She reached out, her fingertips grazing the cool surface. Through the now exposed glass, her cabin was clearly visible. This glass is a mirror from my cabin. How is that even possible? She murmured, her voice laced with disbelief. And then, the realization hit her like a storm. Everything is visible from here. He did this. Oh my God, she whispered, her voice barely audible. She slowly turned, her wide eyes now filled with a mixture of shock, betrayal, and realization. You've been watching me through this all along. Her voice trembled as she spoke the words out loud, the truth sinking in. Jackie clenched his jaw, blinking away to avoid her accusatory gaze. Oh my God, that's how he knew about my confession practice today. Now everything makes sense. Her breath hitched. Answer me, Mr. Dawson. Was this already here, or did you intentionally install it? Jackie's face remained unreadable. This is my office. I can modify anything I want, he said, his tone carrying an air of authority. Lavanya inhaled sharply. Is that why you offered me this position? Just so you could stalk me? Watch me in secret? How could you even think of doing that? So what if I did? Jackie's voice rose, defensive. This is my office, my decisions, my employees, my rules. I can watch whoever I want, whenever I want. I can put anyone anywhere in this building. No one has the right to question me. Not even you, Miss Lavanya Verma. You get that? Disgusting, she spat. Jackie's expression darkened. I can't believe this, she whispered, stepping backward toward the door. You did all this just to watch me? You announced the promotions just to keep me in front of you? Her voice cracked, as if she was answering her own questions even as she asked them. It was difficult, almost impossible, for her to process the invasion of her privacy. And yet, deep inside, a small part of her couldn't ignore the undeniable truth. He did it because he loved her. He risked everything, his reputation, his career, just to be close to her. You were watching me without my knowledge. Every single day, every single moment. She stopped speaking abruptly, her breath shaky. Conflicted emotions stormed inside her. Anger, betrayal, disbelief, but also something she couldn't name. Before she could allow herself to feel anything more, she spun around and ran toward the door. Jackie rushed forward, his desk chair nearly toppling over as he lunged to stop her. Lavanya, but she didn't listen. She didn't stop. She yanked the door open and walked out without looking back.
Jackie's POV. I tried everything. I did everything I could to convince her. To make her understand how much I love her. But she didn't accept it. She didn't hear me. I stood there, frozen, watching the door she had just walked out of. I had never prepared myself for rejection, never even considered it. I had always been so sure that she would say yes. That she feels the same way. That she belongs to me. But now, why does this always happen to me? Why? I turned to face the glass wall, the one through which I had been watching her all this time. My inner voice whispered bitterly, now she knows your deepest secret, but she doesn't even care. She just hates you. I never imagined it would be this difficult to have someone I love so much. The first thing I noticed around me was chaos. My office was a mess, just like my life. The scattered, broken objects in my suite reflected the state of my heart and mind. I felt just as shattered, just as wrecked. Wounds and invisible scars clawed at my chest. I was breaking apart again. And the only thing I could think of was, how do I get rid of this pain? I miss California. I miss you, Mom. I miss James. James. The moment his name crossed my mind, I started searching for my phone. It was somewhere on the floor, buried beneath the wreckage. I picked it up and dialed his number. After 3 rings, his enthusiastic voice answered, "Yes, sir." I swallowed the lump in my throat before speaking. James. Yeah. His tone shifted, sensing something was off. I miss you, man, I admitted honestly. Hey, what happened, man? Are you okay? His concern was instant. I wish I was, but no, man, I'm not. My voice was heavy with emotion as I sank onto the couch, lowering my head. I ran my fingers over my forehead, trying to ease the pounding ache in my skull. Hey, what's wrong? He pressed, his voice filled with worry. I told her. I exhaled shakily. Oh, and... He trailed off, waiting. And that's it. I don't get it, Jackie. What did she say? That she is... I paused, struggling to force out the words. She is... He prompted again. That she's getting engaged in 3 days. What? His shock was immediate. To who? That manager guy? After a brief silence, I answered, yes. And saying it out loud only broke me further. She knows you love her now, right? He asked, needing confirmation. I nodded, though he couldn't see me. And she didn't say whether she loves you back or not? No. I shook my head slowly, my eyes staring blankly out the window. But wasn't she always affectionate towards you? I mean, based on the way you used to talk about her, I was sure she loved you too. So was I admitted, taking a deep breath. And both of us were wrong. I just don't know, man. I still can't believe this, he muttered, struggling to process it. But that's the reality now. What exactly did she say? How did she react when you told her? I don't even know. It was a completely different kind of reaction. She didn't say yes, but she didn't say no either. I told her not to marry that dickhead, but she said that bloody moron loves her, and now it's her turn to love him back. I scoffed, frustrated. It made no sense. It just sounded so damn complicated. Wait, what? James sounded just as confused. She wants to give him love back? What does that even mean? I don't know, I snapped. I don't understand why people here are so complicated. Why their words are so twisted. James fell silent for a moment, clearly thinking. What could she possibly mean by saying that? I exhaled sharply. It means she freaking doesn't want me in her life. That's it. No, it doesn't sound that simple, he murmured. I feel like there's a deeper meaning hidden in her words. What? I frowned. I don't know, man, but I have this strong feeling that she didn't tell you everything. She meant something else. Didn't you hear what I said about her? I snapped. She doesn't love me. She's always loved that bastard. Long before I even came into the picture. I'm the one who got in the way. Look, James said, his voice unusually calm. Did she clearly say she doesn't love you? A short flashback ran through my mind. I exhaled, my voice matching his composed tone. No, but she also didn't say that she does. That doesn't matter. What does matter is finding out the real reason behind her decision. There's no time for that, James. She's getting engaged in 3 fucking days. Frustration and anger clouded my thoughts. That's more than enough time. You just need to find the person in her office she's closest to, James advised. And then what? I asked, shrugging. And then you win that person's trust and get to know the deeper truth about Lavanya, he explained. Ruhi. Her name was the first thing that came to mind. But what? Ruhi? No way. Are you out of your mind? I scoffed. I'm not going to try and win anyone's heart. Besides, that woman already hates me. And honestly, I hate her too. I added the last part, with complete honesty. Man, you need to play smart if you want the girl you love. Sometimes you have to lose something to gain something. And right now, you need to lose that ego of yours. His voice dipped into a murmur. I heard that, I snapped, irritated. Look, I know you love her, James pressed on, and I believe she loves you too. I don't know why she's doing this, but if anyone can change her mind, it's you. So, pull yourself together, fight for her, and make her yours. You can do anything, remember? Something about his words struck a chord within me. For the first time in hours, I felt a spark of hope, and just like that, I decided, I am going to fight for her.